Compound growth is a type of exponential growth in which the quantity that we are looking at is increasing by a given percent. This is different than the examples we've been looking at previously, which had whole number growth factors. So for example, we had a growth factor of 2, which showed us that we were repeatedly multiplying by 2, and that's doubling. Or a growth factor of 3, which was repeated multiplication by 3, or tripling. So for compound growth, our growth factors are not whole numbers. They include decimals, which show that we are growing by a percent. The form of a compound growth function is f of x equals a times 1 plus r to the x, where r is the percent increase. It's really, really important that that percent increase is written as a decimal. Let's go ahead and look at this piggy example. What a cute little piggy. So there are 15 pigs in my town. So just like regular exponential growth, my start value a is included in my function rule. So a is 15. The pig population doesn't double, it doesn't triple, it increases by a percentage. So it increases by 20% a year. So we're supposed to write a function rule where x is years and f of x is the pig population. Now, whenever we're looking at compound growth, we need to take the percentage and write it as a decimal. The way we write a percentage as a decimal is we divide it by 100. And the shortcut for writing, for example, the percent 20 as a decimal is we take this decimal and move it 2 places to the left. That means 20% is equivalent to the decimal 2/10 or 0.2. So my percent increase as a decimal is 2/10 or 0.2. And then my growth factor is not 0.2 or 2/10. If my growth factor were 0.2 and I multiplied my 15 by 0.2, that would mean I would have a lot less than 15 pigs after that first multiplication. That's not what's happening. My growth factor is 1 plus 0.2, 1 plus 2/10, which is 1 and 2/10, because my original piggies, they are still there. So that 1 includes my original pigs, and then the 0.2 is my 20% increase. So I'm going to go ahead and repeatedly multiply by 1.2. The 1 means that all my original pigs are still there, and the 0.2 indicates that I'm increasing by 20%. I can now write my function rule. So f of x equals a, where a is 15, my start value, times my growth factor is 1.2 to the x.